All right. Why aren't they bullish on Bitcoin? Why are they not bullish on Bitcoin? Look at this. You got a 3 month chart right here. And I just threw these lines up there real quick. And I was just curious to see, what's going on. Where did these lines come from? Well, this one came from the monthly chart. This one came from the 3 month chart. What I did is you'll notice right here, I'm going to use this as a point of reference with the arrow. So everything is pretty clear. Um, this situation right here, you can see that it went ahead and found support at the origin of breakout. That's where it left from. And it found support there. So, I mean, that's one clue. Two is we've been stuck in this thing for some time. I mean, like this whole puzzle. And now we are at a point where we got a candle outside. Now, Bitcoin and markets in general, you can have something like this, and the next candle, it ends up being, like kind of like right there and then coming back in. But I'm pretty sure that like the way this is going to be on the way that I'm playing it, being that it's just going to be long position after long position after long position after long position. What I foresee with this is if you look at these wicks, you got a wick right here, you got a wick right here, you got a wick right here, a wick right here. Price is just going to glide up against it. You'll find resistance in certain parts. You'll get a double top at certain areas, but look at this right here. One, two, three, four. Price did that, and then you got a big thing that went up like that. One, two, three. You got this one right here. Well, this is the point of reversal right there. And when this one did that, and then you got this right here. So you got like a little bit of a double bottom formula, a double cup, like one cup thing, and then another cup thing coming in. And this is the real deal. I mean, it's what people been waiting for, and what better time because you have all markets doing all-time highs. You just got straight pandemonium fiasco going on inside of anything electronically traded right now. We'll go to the monthly chart and get away from this 3 month chart. So, of course, when you take something from a 3 month chart and you move it down to the monthly chart, you see things like this. Like the lines don't line up perfectly. Anybody that charts know that's how it works. Um, so this, whatever. But all I'm saying is that's your confirmation right there, dude. I mean, you see what I mean? I could sit here and tell you this and that, but you got to look at what the candles is responding and saying. Here, yeah, we're stuck. This one, I don't know, man. I'm going to sell it. He's going to sell it. She sold it. They sold it. Then when this one came right here, these people said, oh, no, 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 no. This thing is going up. We're holding. Look how much of that candle was shaved off the top. These candles are talking, but people just aren't, they're not listening. Like they're not catching this. If you look at the candles in this chart, that might be one of the most bullish candles in here that exists. Let's look. This one. This one matches that. That's identical. Price is going up. And this one matches that. Um, let's see where else. I'm not going to go back too far in history. I mean, this is not a history lesson. This one is, well, that's probably the most bullish candle out of all. That one right there. This one, similar. So we've seen about four different, that one too. We've seen about 4 to 5 different scenarios of candles historically that have matched this all in, bullish conditions. So why aren't they bullish? What are they seeing that I'm not seeing? I'm leaving the room for error. I'm leaving it for where I can be wrong. But just looking at this right here, there is, I mean, it's just, how can you not be bullish against it? Now, we could have a slow uptrend, it could be whatever, but the thing about it is, This wick must be taken out. This wick must be taken out. This wick must be taken out. We have no monthly resistance. We have these little wicks or whatever like that, but price doesn't travel the same as it does when it's going to get something like this. Well, look what it did right there. But when it's technically going to get something, like let's go to the weekly chart. You get a bumpy ride. This is a bumpy ride. That's like all of that right there, bump, 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 going up. That going up right there. That's choppy. Like don't talk about that. That's just accumulation right there. But yeah, all that stuff going on right there. That's what we're seeing it, and it's like, how can a person not be bullish? I mean, like they waited for this. You got an answer right here. You waited for this. You got an answer right here, and now we're here. I don't care what they say. I don't care what they think. I just know what's going to pay the bills, and it's going to be this outlook that we're looking at right now. So the next big area that's of any concern will be your 13K area. It's going to be a 13K-ish area. And I'll be honest with you, about that time, it might be a good point to like whatever you're doing to if you're doing any type of leverage trading, you might want to reconsider um, whatever the heck you're doing, because at that point with trading leverage, you can get a severe discount on price that could dismantle any leverage thing that you're on. Meaning that if you got a 1x position, you face chances of being liquidated. What I mean by that is when price hit this, price went down. Price went down and went down and came up for some air, but it came down to here. So when people talk about Bitcoin going to 7K and all of that stuff, or what is this right here, 8Ks? Yeah, but then we also have this 9K, 10K connection area. So when people talk about that, if you want to talk about where it's going to go after 13, well, we went from 13 to 3. So it would probably be safe to say, let's see how much percentage is that. And I can kind of, it's 259%. The next question becomes, when would you like to be a buyer? Just judging off of this right here, that this was the effect off of that. So let's look at another piece of data. This dropped from 20K and it dropped down to that 535% recovered from 535, recovered 343. And this 343, well, this one's not finished as yet. But we're seeing some good signs of growth. We're seeing some good things going on that are giving us indication that things will be not what they think. So this is an area of concern. I think this is going to serve, this 13K is going to be like your 10.5 area. All right. When I say 10.5, I mean, you look at this, tap, tap, another tap, down. Let's look at the 10.5s. Right here. Tap, tap, well, tap, 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 tap again, tap out. All right, so we see how that played out. That's going to serve as resistance. It already got touched in this market as resistance, at least on BitMEX it did. But this would be your next area of concern. So the way I'm looking at it right now is we are technically in, let's go back to the other chart, the monthly. We'll go back to the monthly. I'm going to erase this. And we'll go back to the monthly. And right now, this is no resistance. I'm just letting you know for shorters out there. But even me, I've got the thing where I'm like, I want to short, but nah, just fight it. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't even pay attention. Don't listen to that voice. But right here, I'm looking at it like this is our new floor. This will be our floor for right now. And of course, everything is, I look at things and realize that things get valid. I mean, they get vandalized. So this can get to a point where you say like it was this, it was that, and then it didn't work out. So you always got to be to the point where it's like, hey, but you also have to trade with the direction in mind in order to be profitable. You can't wake up and say, is it we're not in that type of market where things are going up, down, down, up, down. We're not doing that. So we're in a market where things are going up and you need to be going up with it. So I look at it like we're in this range right here. This is the range we're in. Here, I'll show it to you right here. That's the range. All right, so that's where BTC is programmed to go. Let me get this thing out the way. It's programmed to go to that point. It's not that far away. It's only 16%. Only 16%. Imagine, only 16%. Let me show you why I say it like that. That's 138% in that candle. That's 53% in that candle. That's 24% in that candle. That's 18% in that candle. So 18% was the least amount inside of a candle. Okay, so that's my point. It's almost there, so I think we'll get some resistance to that area and possible that we'll come back down into like the 9Ks. We could just end up hold on. I'm not here to do predictions, and we're doing analysis. It's completely different. There's no hocus pocus in analysis. There's facts and data, and that's what you work off of. So yeah, this is pretty much what I see with BTC. It's pretty much done. Like this is these things are just targets. It's just like targets. Like, okay, what's the next thing that we're targeting? 12.3. That's the next target. Next target after that, 13.2. Next target after that, 13.8. And I think each one of these are going to serve as like, okay, now we hit this, and it could potentially send us down to like that right there, the 10.7s, back down to 10.7s or whatever. And we have data proven for that. But anyways, though, outside of that, it's an up market, and there's going to be weird things and indicators that say that they're going to get pretty hard to read. So you got to find a different way to learn how to do your analysis. Because when people are like, I took profit because the indicator said it was bearish. That's cool and all, but don't be surprised when it just keeps running for quite some time. We experienced that in previous bull runs. Experienced that right here, going from here to here. Experienced that going from here to here. So that's where I'm at with BTC. There's not much to really say about this. It's just the outlook. You just need to see this. Once you see this, it's understand it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't look at this and say this is incorrect. These lines are incorrect. You can't. There's no way possible a person can do it. Let's go to the 3-day chart. At this point, this is pointless. It is what it is. It's out. It's gone. So if you're not with the program, you're going to be gone and you're going to be out too. That's it. Wrapped up with BTC. The next one I'm going to be looking at is going to be LTC. I looked at it, I previewed it, and found some interesting things with it already. And I think the best thing to do with this is to probably look at gold and look at how gold traded. This is an inverse head and shoulder. This is nasty. Just straight, just filthy, just kill them. But gold had a weird thing of how it was traded, where we get into some really chop, not as bad as BTC. Manageable chop, but this thing is like chop, really bad. And it weathered through that to make all-time highs. I definitely say there has to be an all-time high in this chart coming. I was the one that never looked at it. I was like, oh, 20K, that's the bubble. They're going to keep holding that. Well, Bitcoin doesn't make an all-time high. I'm going to tell everybody this. We're trading in the wrong market because everything is making an all-time high. You got industries in North America that are making all-time highs, and guess what? These stores aren't even open. That's it. LTC on the way.